All right, you guys, that was Be Easy with the track Voices. And guess who's on the line? It's my boy Be Easy.
What's up, bro?
What's up, man? What's going down?
Man, just chilling, just chilling.
All right, we're getting feedback from your online radio.
Yep, I'm about to turn it down for a little bit. Man, just chilling, just chilling. All right, is that better?
All right, that's okay. I ain't used to hearing myself on the radio like that, you know. So what's happening, man? We've been chatting a little bit, you know, here and there on Facebook and stuff.
Yeah, we got some tours coming up that we're in the process of making, and trying to get happen, you know, God willing. Working on the new projects coming up, and chilling with the family, really, doing God's work.
That's cool, man. So give us a little bit of background about Be Easy. What's the story?
Man, I started rapping about 2011. I was a secular artist, and I used to run with some gangs and stuff, and got caught up in some stuff, and ended up homeless out in Chicago, and met some people who introduced me to God and introduced me to church. And after the first time I went to the church, I fell in love with it, the atmosphere, the people, and how welcoming they were. And I was like, okay, this is something that I could get used to. And I continued to do secular music for probably another year after that. And really, I lost my brother in 2012. And I lost a woman who was like my mom. I called her mom since I was like 2 years old. And shortly after that, in 2013, and after that, I just kind of gave everything to God and started doing Christian music, and finally got baptized July 2nd, 2013, and just been on my grind, ministering, and everything since then.
Yeah, for sure. Now, we're still getting a little feedback back in the background there, so I don't know if you could turn it down just a little more.
All right. Is that better?
I don't know. Yeah, that should be fine. I just don't want you, you know, when we do the recording and stuff, you know, mess you up or anything. So, no worries.
Oh.
All right. So, yeah, you know, you talking about when you went to the church and you just felt that comfortable feeling. You know, nowadays it's hard to get that feeling in a lot of churches. Would you agree?
Yes, yeah. I feel after I started getting into the churches and fellowshipping more and checking out more churches, I noticed that I thought people were judgmental outside of the church, but really a lot of the people that I met inside the churches are the most judgmental people that I've ever come across.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine tell me, you know, or somebody told me that, you know, it's easy to know who your enemies are when they're not believers, but when you're amongst believers, it's hard to know, you know. We're so good at wearing faces, you know what I mean?
Exactly. I got this saying that I always stick to, like, you know, my haters are real. They keep it real. Let me know how they feel about me. My friends are quick to, you know, stab me in the back but try to hide it from me.
Right. And you know, it's a shame we gotta be like we're like that. I mean, it's just human nature, I guess. But like my dude said, Tim Gallen, he said, you know, we need to start working on ourselves, not trying to fix everybody else. You know, work on the log in our own eye. I mean, the speck in our own eye, not the log in our brother. And
exactly.
I think that's so true in today's world. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, be renewed in your mind. You know, that's where it all starts.
So, you got baptized. I mean, has church life been real easy for you?
Not at all. Not at all. I've come across some things that I didn't really think. You know, I always thought, you know, okay, you know, I gave my life to God. It was going to be easy. You know, my life was going to be a cakewalk. And since I've been baptized, I found myself I owned my own house at one point, and I lost it. I bounced around. You know, I still to this day struggle sometimes to, you know, just, you know, keep my head on my shoulders and to just keep moving forward. And I just got to keep telling myself, but God, no matter what
Yeah.
situation I'm in, it all happens, but God is going to pull me through it.
Yeah, and we talked last week. You gotta go through the storm. You can't turn off to the side to find shelter. You know, you gotta go through it. That's where the blessing is on the other side of the storm. And I don't think we as believers really appreciate that, or why God does that for us. I mean, He's not there to hurt us; He's there to help us.
Yep, I'm a strong believer that the tougher the lesson, the bigger that the blessing is. So if you can just keep pushing forward, it's like I tell everybody, I preached on it one time in church. Being a Christian is just like working out. Your faith is gonna, you're gonna be sore, you're gonna get beat up, but the pain that you feel is only gonna make you stronger. Just like if you're working out, you don't just stop because you start to get sore. That's how you feel, and you know that you're progressing.
Yeah, and eventually your body's going to get used to it and will tolerate it and tolerate more.
Exactly.
Yeah, amen. Yeah, I was going to an event about a couple months ago, and it was raining. I mean, it was pouring, cats and dogs and every other animal. And there was no way for me to pull over. I had cars behind me, car on the side of me, cars in front. I had to go through it. And then when I got to the other end, there was just open skies. And so many people didn't show up, people that were supposed to perform, because of the storm that was there. And if they had just gotten through it and not worried about it, we would have had a packed event at the time. Yeah. So, how's family life? What's it like having a family?
Man, I have two little boys. One's 4 months old, one's 2 weeks old, and that's my pride and joy, man. I never knew I could love somebody like so hard until I met them. And then my girlfriend has 2 little girls, and it's the same love, man. It's just, I love it. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Yeah, give it a few years. Some of those feelings might fade away just a little bit, I'm telling you. I used to, me and my wife used to talk about adopting, with our kids, and now, man, I'm looking forward to being that empty nester, bro. I'm telling you, it's just, I got.
Yeah, my mom happy. She's like, my mom tells us all the time, we only got one more, and we got the house to ourselves. My little brother, he's 13, so.
Yeah, I got 118 and 120, man, and I'm telling you, it's, I'm looking for them golden years, I guess. So what's up with the music? We played Voices, and a lot of the interviews I've been doing lately, people have been seeing demons in their testimonies, and and then now we're getting, it looks like God's kind of getting into the head a little bit and talking about voices, and just today I had one of them thoughts go through my head, like, why are you even thinking about that? What is your problem?
Voices actually came from, it's actually a testimonial song. I suffer depression and anxiety, severe social anxiety, actually. And we have other, like, mental illnesses that run in my family, like psychosis and, like, borderline, split personality disorder, borderline schizophrenia. And so it's like a constant battle with me, like, when I start to get depressed or when I start to do really good, I just hear voices in my head that they just nag, and they just telling me, like, how I'm no good, and I know it's the devil trying to attack me, like, look at the stuff you used to do. I'm like, yeah, the stuff I used to do is what I used to do. And God brought me through that to teach me a lesson and to make me stronger so that I can reach people, to bring them to the body of Christ that other people cannot reach. And it was all just a lesson that I had to go through so that I could be a warrior standing for Christ.
For sure, yeah, amen. Yeah, it's funny because, sometimes we think we got it all together, and then just that one little thought sets us back, and then we have to rethink and reorganize ourselves and shake that thought off because, sometimes they're just not good thoughts. And I really wondered why this thought even came to my head. Why would I even think that? Because it's just such an off-the-wall thing. It's got to be the enemy just trying to mess me up for sure.
Exactly. I mean, I asked for it. I put it in a song. So I welcome the weapons of the devil. I need amusement. So
Yeah, for sure.
brought it on myself, but
Yeah,
I look forward to every battle that God puts before me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's gonna help a lot. That song's gonna help a lot of people. I mean, we're gonna add it to the rotation and just get it cycled out there so people can start getting it. And of course, they can always hit you up, right? And
Yeah. I mean, on
for
Facebook
sure.
at Be Easy, SoundCloud, Twitter, Reverb Nation. Hey, I'm everywhere.
All the social media, right? Whatever's out there, for sure. Now, what's coming up in the future? You said you got some events you got coming up and new music and stuff.
Yeah, my team is working right now on what we're calling the Take It to the Streets tour. And the story behind that is basically in my hometown we got during like the warmer weather we have First Fridays, and we set up a sound system downtown right on the sidewalk, and we just praise. We have everything from rap to a DJ to rock, gospel, anything you can think of, and we just praise downtown right there on the streets. So we're trying to reach out to other cities and to just go out and take it to the streets, bring the gospel to the streets, so that whether somebody actually stops or they drive by, they're hearing some word.
Sure.
And after that, in June we got the Manifest Music Festival. I founded that last year, so it'll be the second annual festival. Got a good lineup coming for that. We're still working on it. We got churches that are starting to form. We got our outreach program. I'm working on an album. I'm working on finishing up my solo album, working on an album with Primo Family, and working on a mixtape. And then got news that outside of my music, as far as my manager, me being a manager, one of my groups is NAACP is trying to recruit them to come do an event for later this year. So everything's moving good for the gospel, and I was just praying that it stays that way.
Yeah. Well, we got to stay busy. Besides working, when I work, doing the station and putting shows and getting people and connecting and trying to reach out to make things happen for folks. Yeah, we got to stay busy because otherwise we're going to set ourselves up, and that's not good. That's never good. They say the idle mind is the devil's workshop. Yeah. And so, we got to stay busy. Even if we get a little exhausted or worn out, we got to push the envelope a little bit. And I think that helps to show that we're serious when God's looking down on us. He knows that we're serious about what we're saying we're going to do. Amen. Well, that's good. Good to hear. I'm looking forward to seeing all the stuff you got coming out, and I wish I could get out to these different states and stuff to do events, but I know God someday will maybe make that happen. I'd love to come to your events for sure.
We setting up a tour for 2017 too. It's still in the works. We're gonna be traveling hopefully to all 48 states throughout the whole year 2017.
Okay, so Arizona will be on the map for sure. We'll definitely try to find you a home to set up camp or whatever, and come during the spring months, because you don't want to come out during the summer or the early fall. I'll tell you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I told the team. I was like, look, we'll start on the West Coast like February, March.
Right.
Start heading back to the east, and we'll be out there when it's not too hot.
Yeah, February, March, April, man. Those are the 3 months I set it up for. And it's not too bad. We still, like right now, we hitting the low 70s during the day, which isn't bad for us, but it'll start we'll have our dips up, get hotter on certain days. But yeah, come to the early spring months, man. I'm telling you, from 20 some years of living here.
Low 70s.